what's up, y'all? If you know what's going on in the world today, then you know that things are in disarray when it comes to the temperature of especially this country, the United States, because of recent events. And we're not going to get into those events because I've made several videos on the Charlie Kirk situation and what happened to Charlie Kirk, which was a tragedy. Rest in peace to him, and our condolences go out to his family again. But all you see in the news now is bad news. Is that not true? Well, tonight I decided to share some good news with y'all. I decided to share a video where a deputy is showing compassion to a young woman that he stopped, even though she was getting an attitude with him, even though she is battling addiction right now. He did not judge her by any means. He basically interacted with her, showing some empathy for her situation in what she's going through, because you never know what someone is going through. You only see who they present themselves to be outside, in this shell that we wear, in this body that we are in. You only see what they project outside of themselves, but you never know what they're actually dealing with inside of themselves. And so this deputy, he did a great thing by basically keeping it cordial with her and not meeting her energy with the same energy that she was giving out to him. But before we continue into the video, I need y'all to do 3 things for me. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video so someone else can do the very same thing. And if they don't, then we're going to send this deputy after them. Now, I love videos like this because it actually shows that there are people in this world that can show some compassion towards others, because we all know that there are evil people in this world. Now they are trying to say that it's a battle between good and evil, and one side is saying the other side is the evil side, of course. So now you have both sides seeing each other as the enemy, seeing each other as evil. But I must say, you can only have one evil side. It has to be good against evil, or else it's unbalanced. If you have evil battling evil, it's unbalanced. Where are the good people? Where's the good side? You don't have that, right? So there must be a good side. Either it's the left, the right. You know how it goes in politics and all the labels that they place on each other. Now, I'm not involved in the labels, because labels are exactly that. They're labels so that we know exactly what to reference something to whenever we're speaking of said thing. But other than that, labels don't make us who we are. Well, let's get into this video as I share how this deputy, who could have arrested this young woman, did not arrest her, but instead, well, I'll let y'all find out exactly what happened. To the video.
Only on 9, a moment of humanity captured on one deputy's body camera. One woman says the act of kindness changed her life.
Give me a hug?
Yeah.
Come here.
Channel 9's Cabarrus County reporter Hannah Getz heard about this story months ago and pushed the courts to release the video. And tonight, we finally get to share it with you.
From the lens of Cabarrus County Deputy Sean Singleton's body camera, this view is nothing out of the ordinary. A standard traffic stop.
The reason I stopped you is 61 and a 45.
But in his line of work, it's also not out of the ordinary to have an interaction like this.
You wouldn't put your lights on until after I slowed down.
Right.
I was going the speed limit.
No, but I clocked you at 61 and a 45. I didn't stop you there. What's with the attitude? Just curious.
Caitlin Ricchini says she was heading home from church when she got pulled over that Sunday.
And I meet him with absolute attitude. Just absolute attitude. We're not allowed to have bad days.
No, everybody's entitled to a bad day.
So
I understand that.
Getting
Like I said,
pulled
but
over on a day is not fun.
I can understand that completely. Okay, but like, I'm trying to be nice and courteous to you, and like, I'm getting a lot of heat. I could tell immediately that it was not the best of encounters. She was very aggravated.
I come from a background where I don't do cops. I can't stand cops.
Keeping his composure, Singleton ran her license and decided, despite the heated interaction, to let her off with a warning.
I understand you're having a day, so I'm not trying to make it any worse. This is a warning ticket. for you to slow down. That's it. No court date, no fines, no nothing. All I ask is you pay attention to the speed limit signs, get to where you're getting to safely.
In that moment, something changed.
I could tell something was going on, I just asked a question, and sometimes it elicits an answer that you expect, and sometimes it elicits an answer that you don't expect. Are you good?
No.
No?
Anxiety is killing me.
Okay.
I come from a background, I'm clean and sober now, so
Okay.
I've always had bad
Okay.
incidents with cops, so
Okay.
Deputy Singleton offering words of encouragement, having no idea what Caitlin was going through until this moment.
Is there anything I can do for you? You sure?
yeah.
Okay. Do you need help with anything at all? Do you need a hug?
Yeah.
Come here. Come here.
I moved down here to get away from an abusive relationship, and I'm clean and I'm sober for 4 months.
Caitlin revealed she was in a fight for her life in sobriety. Battling years of addiction and abuse, she had just moved to North Carolina, leaving her 5-year-old son in Maryland so she could get clean and get him back.
Yeah, I've never hugged a cop before. I've always been put in handcuffs by them.
Singleton had no idea his humanity and kindness that day changed Caitlin's life and possibly saved it.
I told him, I was like, I'm ready to give up. I was actually on my way to probably do something that wasn't in my best interest.
Take a deep breath, all right? Everything's gonna be okay. Okay? You're on the right path. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing now, okay? All right? Don't lose that hope.
That traffic stop happened back in March.
And I left my family and I left my son.
Now, 6 months later,
This is one of the guys that helped save my life.
Caitlin's celebrating 10 months clean
Can you say hi?
Doing good?
Can you say it's nice to meet you?
and introducing her son Isaiah to the deputy who gave her the strength to get him back.
It's good to see you again. How you been?
Well, don't lose that fight that's in you. Okay? Because there's something in you that's driving you to a better life, right?
Yeah.
All right? Okay? Don't lose that. Hang on to it.
He saw me as a person and not an addict. And he saw my heart. And he saw that I had potential when so many people had counted me out. It's like in a time of desperation, really, like where I was like questioning, like, God, where are you? And he sent me in. It's like an angel. I don't know. I really pray that Jesus blesses you for your kindness, sir.
I'm going to pray for you too.
Thank you.
Y'all see what some compassion can bring you? Because everybody, and when I say everybody, I'm talking about almost everybody that I speak to, they don't like cops. You know this. Most people do not like cops, especially people of my skin complexion. Do not like cops. Just like she said during that interaction. What's the first thing she said? I'm not a big fan of cops. I'm not a big fan of the police. Most people are not. And it is one, because of their past interactions with law enforcement, which didn't go too well. And most of the time, I will be honest with you, is because we bring it upon ourselves. I have done it in the past when I was a hothead, yes. And then when I cooled down and I met those officers, whenever I got stopped, I met the officer with respect. Guess what I got back in return? I got back some respect as well. So, number two, you have those people who are constantly told on the news, who are constantly told by their community leaders that the police are not to be trusted. Don't trust the police. We do not like the police. No snitching. You know they have that rule. No snitching. We don't snitch. We don't tell. We don't cooperate. Yes, they have that rule in several communities, several neighborhoods. Even though you're not a criminal, even though you're not in that life, which means that if you are an innocent civilian, then you can tell on someone. I'll be 100% with you. You can tell on someone. But especially the community of my complexion, we have this no snitching rule. Let somebody commit a crime, let somebody do something to someone else without telling. Okay, that's cool and all. But at the same time, when something happens to them, who's the first person they call? The police. Crazy, right? Right. And so number 3 would be that you constantly see this on social media. You constantly, because of course they're only going to show you the bad interactions with the police, the interactions that people have with the police that don't end too well. And they seldom do not show you what happened leading up to that interaction to end so badly. They usually don't show you that because certain people are trying to paint certain narratives. And in order to brainwash you into believing that all of these officers are bad men who actually have families at home, by the way, who actually want to make it home to their families. So when they are on patrol, they are usually on edge. They want you to think that all of these men and women in law enforcement are bad, when in actuality, bad boys, what you gonna do? Who are you going to call if something happens to you? The police, right? And so this young lady, she actually got to meet one of those officers that I am talking about. One of those officers who are not the bad apples within the bunch. One of those officers who actually met her with respect and asked her a simple question. Would you like a hug? I often say that sometimes just smiling at someone that you don't even know and saying good morning or just saying hi will probably make that person's day because they were having a shitty ass day. And just that kind gesture alone can change that person's mindset that day when they may want to do something to themselves. So you may change your life by just smiling at someone and saying hi. But most of y'all, you will not, because you're only worried about yourself and you're worried about being stopped by the police who are going to do something to you when you usually drive away with no injury. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.